Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's The Art of Cartomancy Reading the Playing Card Deck. I'm so glad to have you, and thank you for coming back. This is going to be getting more interesting as we go along. But before I begin, if you would please do me a favor and like and subscribe, please, and even share with your friends. I really appreciate it, and by doing that, I can bring you more content, and definitely I will be doing that. So let's get started. As we know the suits of the cards, of course, the hearts are all business and matters of love. And the club suit is about money and obviously about different situations in life. The diamonds are about business and some feelings, but mainly business, career, partnership, that sort of thing. And the spades, well, they're the not so good. They take care of all the rest of the feelings, and you're going to see that as we go on. So now, as we go forward, we're going to start out with the Three of Hearts. Now, the Three of Hearts is a very, very good card and definitely signifies a lot of things. It actually kind of correlates with the Three of Cups in the tarot deck because it can mean a celebration, it can mean contentment, security, happiness. It can mean an emotional stability, or that finally things are relaxing around you, like you've had some stress and finally things are calming down. And it also can mean a pregnancy. Now, the pregnancy also can mean a new beginning, so watch that meaning and be careful when voicing that. So that is actually a very good card when that comes out, a very excellent card. Now, the Three of Clubs, that is a card where you can definitely know that you're making progress and that you might even have a stroke of luck in the situation. It can mean that you have a lot of financial stability or stability in general, and can also mean that you will be receiving help from others or help from a third party, which is also very good. This Three of Diamonds is a very good card and can adopt some different meanings as you go on. The Three of Diamonds is an education card. It is basically your learning. You're learning about change, and there may also be some adjustments. So obviously, as an example, if you're going to university, if you're getting higher education, you're going to make some adjustments. There's going to be a learning curve as well as learning at the university. You see how this works? You're adapting to new ideas. That's another thing. So now coming into this last card, well, the Three of Spades can be a stinker, and I have to say that because this is a card that can tell you if there's a third party interfering in a relationship, as in, is someone having an affair? It can mean that love triangle. It can also mean that you have been blocked by other people, that there has been a roadblock or a mental block, a physical block. This is a very interesting card. It can mean that there's been an interference in life in general. So as we are going forward here, let's talk about this card mainly. If you're doing a reading and you see love cards and so forth, and you come across this one, the meaning will be determined by the different cards that you have around. If someone asks you, is my spouse or is my partner having an affair, and you see love cards and you see a face card come up beside this one, most likely there is someone who is interfering, a third party interference. Now, that also could mean a family member is stepping in and stepping on toes, and that is also another one. So I've got to say, you've got to really practice your meanings and how you're going to decipher them. And we will get into that later on in this series. We're going to start laying out some cards, and I'm going to help you determine how to interpret and read the playing card deck. But for right now, these are your meanings. And yes, they are very different, very eclectic, but can really be helpful to you. But one more thing I'm just going to say. With this particular card, and this happens, and I've seen all 3 of these or all 4 of these come out in a reading together, of all things, after you shuffle. That's the amazing part of this. And I've read for 45 years, and believe me, I learn something new about the cards every day. And your cards will continue to teach you about their interpretations and their meaning. Even when you get a new deck, that new deck will be teaching you how to interpret them. Isn't that pretty cool? So having this base knowledge will help you learn this. But taking these 2 cards. Now, with these 2 cards, obviously this is the one for, let's just say, an education, a learning curve. But it may not mean a formal education of university. If it's beside this particular card, it may mean that you are going to learn of a third-party interference in your life, or a third-party interference, or an affair in your relationship. It can mean that you're going to learn about a block from someone else, or it can just mean that you're going to learn about an interference, basically. This card will supersede the meanings of each card. So you see, when you have that, I mean, it basically lays on top of the other. So it can also mean that you are going to have to adjust knowing about that third-party interference. You're going to have to adjust that. Or let's just say if it's beside this one, there's an interference in your income. You see how that works? There is a block in your income. There may be a block with your stability. Someone else wanting to help you may decide to change their mind because of this card. So you see how the playing cards work, and it really takes a lot of dedication and practice, but you're going to get there. I know you will. So I want to thank you for watching this series. I enjoy bringing it to you because cartomancy, even though I'm a tarot reader, cartomancy is my first love, and that's how I was taught. So I want to teach that to you. We are going to have a lot of fun with the cards, believe me. So it is very helpful. And just remember, you are supplying a service to someone. And I want you to know that that person will appreciate what they hear from you. So always try to bring out the positive if you can, because after all, we all know the negative, right? We all know that we have negative things in our life, but let's look for the positive to help that person get through. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time when we bring out the 4s, and you're going to love that one as well. Thanks again, and I'll see you again next time.